This Sunday, the NASCAR Cup Series is going to head out to the state of New York to race at a track called Watkins Glen, which happens to be a road course. In the years past, we have seen many unique results come from this race, such as many repeat winners, but also quite a few upset winners, but more importantly, epic finishes. And this Sunday, I do not expect much different, as we're heading into this race with 15 different winners, and there's still one spot up for grab, possibly two, depending on Kurt Busch's health, but that's for a whole nother video. But today, I am here to give y'all my top 5, and also talk to y'all about my Pick 5 contest. Last week, I told y'all that I'm going to give y'all a playoff update here, and today is going to be the day I tell y'all. For the playoffs, we're going to have 16 people, and each round going to do like the NASCAR Cup Series, eliminate 3 or 4 at a time. Then we'll get to my final 4 for Phoenix, and we'll choose a winner there. The prize is yet to be determined, but it's going to be big, so stay tuned for that. So get your comments in below to be entered, and who knows, you may win a prize or even the championship. Please like and subscribe, but let's get started.
I'm Chase Briscoe, driver number 14 Ford Mustang for Stewart Haas Racing, and you're watching William Blackwell on YouTube.
I am not really going to talk much about Richmond, but I will say this. Kevin Harvick went back-to-back, winning at Michigan, then picking it back up this weekend in Richmond, so he's 2 in a row. Going out to Watkins Glen, a track he's won at in the past, someone to keep your eye on there. Christopher Bell came home in second place. He did have the gutsy pit strategy at the end of the race to do a 1 stop instead of 2. And that 1 stop kind of prevailed at the end as he had 12-lap fresher tires. But maybe if there was 1 more lap left, he would have got by Harvick very easily. There was no holding him up. He was quick on track. But there you go. That's really, we had to talk about Richmond. It was very boring. I don't see why NASCAR is still letting them have a second race, because clearly it is not good at all. And I'm sure a lot of fans agree with me here. And I can see them on their way out pretty soon when it comes to having 2 races. They will have 1 for many years to come, because it's just a very popular track in the NASCAR history, because it's always raced there in the past. That track's going nowhere, but the second race may be in jeopardy just because of the attendance. It wasn't that spectacular, nor was the racing product. Enough said about Richmond. We're just going to go straight into Watkins Glen here. Winning this Sunday in Watkins Glen, I will believe it's going to be the 5 car of Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson, in the year of 2022, has been very up and down. After winning the championship in 2021, you expected him to come over to the new season with the next gen car, winning every single weekend, because he's adapting very well to new cars. And come to find out, that's really not the case. He picked up 1 win early on in the year out in the Auto Club, and since then, it's been bad luck biting him at the end of each race. And he's always out there, but just bad luck on his side every single week in stage number 3. This weekend, though, I believe is going to turn the page and his luck will become good, and he will get the checker flag out in Watkins Glen to get win number 2 on the season. But finishing runner-up to him, I believe, will be the 20 car of Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell is an outstanding driver on ovals, short tracks, and more so on road courses. You can never count him out. And he does have a little bit of momentum on his side. He finished runner-up out in Richmond, so I believe he'll finish runner-up again, building up a little bit more momentum for Daytona, a track he's kind of struggled at in the past when it comes to finishing. And it's really hard to be bad at Daytona, but you can only look at stats. A lot of drivers wreck out, so Bell wants to have a little bit of momentum on his side. He's guaranteed in the playoffs as of now. If he has another good weekend, I'm sure that'll be a lot come Daytona. But there you go, Kyle Larson winning, and Bell will finish second. But finishing third will be the 4 car of Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick, this whole season, up to last weekend at Michigan, was a failure. He was very uncompetitive and was one of the worst Stewart Haas cars out there besides Cole Custer. It was Chase Briscoe, Almirola, Van Harvick, and Custer in the running order, in my opinion, throughout the whole season until Michigan. Because when Harvick picked up that win, I put Harvick, then Almirola, then Briscoe, and Custer. Briscoe is my number 1 driver, so I'm trying my hardest not to be biased here. But Harvick had a lot of momentum on his side. And this win at Richmond last week, I think just makes him scary. He's dominating in the Stewart-Haas facilities in the Ford campaigns. So what makes you think the Chevys and Toyotas are going to stop him? Because I believe Ford is the best manufacturer out there at the moment. So Kevin Harvick, he's guaranteed into the playoffs. He will be a force to reckon with. Mark my words, Chase Elliott fans. Because Chase Elliott, remember last year? I do. Bristol, it cost Harvick the win. Harvick retaliated at the Roval. It's going to get interesting here in the 2022 NASCAR Cup Series playoffs as Harvick is now locked in, but he will finish in third place this Sunday out at the Glen. But finishing fourth will be the 17 car of Chris Buescher. A lot of people love to hate on this driver. He is very good. He came into the Cup Series, I believe, kind of too early in the 34 car, but he picked up a win in his rookie year at Pocono because of fog. Fast forward to 2017, things are just going worse and worse for Buescher, but he eventually finds himself on his own 2 feet with JTG Daugherty Racing, with Jody and Tyga Schechter, and co-owned by NBA star Brad Daugherty. And they were pretty good, and he did so good that in the year of 2020, he was able to get the promotion to Roush Fenway. And since then, it's been very up and down. I believe his best race in the year of 2020 came out of road course, the Daytona road course, a top 5. Good run there for Buescher. And it kind of turned heads into 2021. Nearly won the Kansas race in the spring just because of a strategic move there at the end. They decided to keep him out, hoping for a caution. The tire came out into the middle of the track. They waited till the pit cycle finished up before they threw the caution, because if they did throw it at the time, Buescher, I believe, was quick enough to win the race. So 2022 was a make-or-break year, because if he cannot go to victory lane with the new ownership and the new car, he can find himself out. And he's proved a lot of people wrong. One race was Sonoma that caught my attention. He obviously won the duel. Sonoma, he was contending for the win, but did not have the long-run pace as Daniel Suarez had. Maybe if the caution came out and he got 4 fresh tires, he would have been a force to reckon with. They would all took 4 because Sonoma is a very worn-out racetrack. So he would have had a chance there. Then we fast forward to Richmond. He was up in the top 5 for all of stage number 3. And at the end, he was chasing down Harvick for the win. And he kind of used up his equipment too early. And it did kind of cost him a lot of time, but he still had a great outing. P3. I know that's not the win as they're hoping for, but that win will come. It may not be this year, but I'm sure it will be next year. He's pretty much locked in for next year, so good deal for Chris Buescher. I'd like to see what he can do next year for a little bit more competitive RFK car. But rounding out my top 5 will be the 16 car of A.J. Allmendinger. A.J. Allmendinger this year in the NASCAR Cup Series has been very underrated. Because when people look at Allmendinger, they say he's a road racer, which he is, but he's also very good on the ovals. And I believe he's adapted very well in this next-gen car to be a part-time driver. So if he wins this race here, which I'm sure there's still a big chance, he nearly won COTA. He was 1 corner away from winning COTA. Does he consider making the leap to the Cup Series next year? He raced in Cup many years ago, most recently in the 47 car, and that did not go so well. He did win at Watkins Glen. That's why I'm bringing this up. But Allmendinger, if he can win this Sunday, does he reconsider his decision from last year, just from a part-time Cup schedule to a full-time? Because I believe he'll be very competitive going full-time with this next-gen car. But there you go. There is my top 5. Kyle Larson getting the win, his second win of the season. Christopher Bell coming home in second place. Third place will belong to Kevin Happy Harvick for Stewart-Haas Racing. Fourth place will belong to Chris Buescher in the RFK machine. And rounding out my top 5 will be the 16 car of A.J. Allmendinger. But my dark horse this weekend is going to be the Trackhouse Racing third entry, Project 91, which will be raced by the Iceman, Kimi Räikkönen. I believe Räikkönen is going to have a great outing. A top 20 finish will be on the table, I believe, for him. So If he gets that, they will pretty much treat that as a win at the Trackhouse facilities. But everybody, though, remember to please like and subscribe and comment down below your top 5 to be entered in this Sunday's Pick 5 contest. But please, please like and subscribe.